I find so many founders struggle with delegation. And if you want to scale your business, you absolutely have to figure out how to delegate tasks within your organization. So the problem is, as a founder, you might feel like you're afraid of losing control, or maybe you believe that you can do everything yourself, or nobody can do anything as good as you can. And this usually leads to burnout, missed opportunities, and it just makes your growth stagnate over time. So as a founder, the solution is you need to delegate. First, you need to figure out what are you uniquely positioned to do within the organization based on your skills, and figure out what activities you need to delegate to other team members. So how do we do that? First, you need to identify what tasks you want to delegate. So first, I always say start with things that you don't like doing or that simply are not your strengths. Next, we need to find the right people to delegate those tasks to. So you've either got to hire somebody or assign tasks to somebody that's already on your team and somebody that has the skills and experience to actually handle those. In my businesses, I always focus on hiring somebody who's smarter than me, better at me in certain areas, somebody who could replace me on certain tasks. Now, that person might not have the breadth of knowledge across all the different areas of the organization, but if they're really, really good at that one area, that's who I'm looking for. Somebody who's much deeper, somebody that can literally replace me in that area. Next, to delegate, you need to provide clear instructions, document processes, and set the expectations with the people that you're delegating to. Be really, really clear with that. The next one seems simple, but it's harder than it sounds. You next need to empower the team. So it's one thing to delegate something to somebody and then constantly be watching them and micromanaging them. That's not empowering. You need to actually delegate and empower your team and basically give them the latitude to go and figure things out on their own. Certainly you're there to support them and help them ongoing, but you want to give them that latitude and give them that trust so that they can go out and actually do their work. Lastly, anytime you're delegating something to a team member, you need to monitor the status, provide feedback, and not everything goes perfectly. We all know that. But I think one thing that a lot of founders struggle with is giving that negative feedback. And there's one thing I learned called the feedback sandwich. And essentially that is, when you are having to give somebody some negative feedback, start with something positive, sandwich in that, that negative feedback, something they need to improve upon, and then finish it off with something that's positive as well. So you're kind of sandwiching that feedback into two, positive pieces of bread, so to speak. And that can be really effective in terms of giving that feedback and helping that person improve and progress in their role.